What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another movie review. You may notice something. Not home. Also, not inside. But this is kind of the only place I can get some quiet to actually, or remotely quiet, but considering I'm outside, to do this review. So today we're actually going to be reviewing the entire first season of The Walking Dead TV show. I just recently watched the entire season, which doesn't take long. It's only 6 episodes, so about like what some miniseries get nowadays. Compared to the rest of the seasons, like 27 episodes, something like that, somewhere on that ballpark. But I really want to talk about this episode, this season, because I have it on Blu-ray and I watched it recently. I was like, I need a video to go up today, so let's do a review of that. So that's what I'm here to review today. So what do I think about the first season? The first season, going into it, I thought a lot of stuff was not going to age well, going back into the first season of The Walking Dead. And some of that was true, because like some plot stuff and stuff that comes up in later seasons kind of be like, oh, okay. But starting off with this, with Rick and the smaller group and all that is really interesting. And I'm not gonna try to go episode by episode because it's kind of difficult to do, and I definitely won't be able to do that with the future seasons when I eventually review those. But this season, the first season of the show, they know how to get you excited for whatever's to come, because this season, really, just from the first episode, you kind of get a sense of the world and everything and what's going on here and who Rick is and what Rick's goal is. And actually, he reaches the goal sooner than you think, and then like the goal becomes something completely different. And then you meet these other characters like Daryl, Andrea, obviously Carl and Lori and Shane and all that, and you get to see a little bit of pre-outbreak stuff, which is really interesting. At the beginning of the show, obviously, like the Rick waking up in the hospital and going through walking through the hospital, seeing and discovering what the heck has recently happened is actually really interesting and done really well here. I think the entirety of the first episode is pretty darn great. And obviously, this show, characters that are still around, at least by the end of the show, are so different here. Carol is a completely different character. She did not have all her character development. But also you can kind of get why she acts the way she does. And seeing Carl start from where he is, Carl starts off as one of those characters that's like, okay, you care about him because he's Rick's kid, and he hasn't got to one of those points where like you don't like him yet or find him annoying. He's not one of those kids that you really find annoying, or anything like that. Sophia, don't get much from her in the first season. Shane, you see a big change from him when you first meet him to after Rick comes back. He slowly is like changing, and then when you get to the last episode of the whole CDC thing, that is so. There's some gut-wrenching moments in that episode, especially on the end, and stuff where like the tension is raised, and stuff that's just really interesting at the way they go about. I don't want to give away that really much how that episode goes if you haven't seen it, because it is and watching the whole season in like one sitting, it felt super nice, because like I said, it's only like 6 or 7 episodes, something like that. I think it's like 6 episodes, I believe, somewhere on that ballpark. But sorry. But I really enjoyed what this show brings to its first season, because like a lot of the time a first season is always kind of its weaker points, a lot of the time, because show obviously is first getting its groundwork, but obviously this is based on something else. I don't know how much differences is taken from the comics with this first season. I'm not even going to try to reach for comparisons or anything like that. But I really do enjoy the direction they take in this first episode. First season, I mean. And it really builds you up to like wonder what's next for this group. And it's done really well. And they do your best, like when you lose characters, they do your best to make you feel emotional to these new characters you've barely known. They do the best with, what's his name, Jim, something like that. They do it best with him. Andrea's sister, not as much, because I don't really feel like, because I'm calling her Andrea's sister, I do not remember her name. But the show is definitely something that this first season plays the emotion well. I have to say anything negative. It does feel like throw some conflict or drama in for the sake of conflict or needing to leave a certain area. Like obviously when the walkers attack at their camp, that feels like, okay, we need to give an excuse for us to leave this area. So cue walkers, obviously, but like obviously that does get a little worse later down the road in the show. But right now it's like okay, we're still at the earliness, being spoiled with like zombie content and everything like that. And I also like the world of The Walking Dead because like, if you ask Robert Kirkman or anything like that, he'll say like, oh yeah, the term zombie never existed in this world. The term zombie has never existed. Like in pop culture, zombies did not exist. That's why they're called walkers, and you never hear them say zombies. And some of the characters and some of the decisions they make, they're like, ooh, ow, wow. Like it hits you at points. If I have to give this season a rating, that's a little bit of a difficult one. But I'd say this season's pretty darn solid. I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5, I'd say. It's probably one of my favorite seasons of the show. With there being 11 seasons, it's crazy. And not to mention the spinoffs. Well, the 2 spinoffs and the coming spinoffs. But yeah, that's probably my rating on that. I don't expect me to review season 2 anytime soon. I wasn't even planning on reviewing this season, but I brought my Blu-ray with me to my brother's house, and I was like, I watched all of it, and I was like, oh, let's review it. I didn't have an intention of actually reviewing that. Real quick before I end up this video, though, reminder about our charity stream that is coming up on April 15th. Link to the donation thing if you want to go ahead and donate is down in the description, guys. Please be spreading that around. I really hope you guys can donate. I'm super excited about that, guys. But yeah, that's really all I have to say, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video nonetheless. I don't know what else to say to try to stretch it to 10 minutes, so I'm not even going to try. What do you guys think of the first season of The Walking Dead? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you love about it? What do you hate about it? Does it hold up to you? I'm very curious what a lot of y'all think about this season, because I think it's aged pretty well for the most part. It's got some the first season of a show drawbacks, but besides that, I think it is good. And I very much recommend a rewatch if you haven't seen it in a while. Yeah, basically that's all I can really say about it, to be honest. I don't really know what else to say. I'm really trying to stretch this video to 10 minutes. You got anything you want to say, guys? I guess I can tease. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what video we're going to get tomorrow. So, not making any promises what's going to go up tomorrow, because the video that went up yesterday wasn't even originally planned to go up yesterday. So, but that's really all I got to say for this video, guys. I do hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, you guys know the drill. Links to all my other social medias and other channels are down in the description below. And also the link to the Tiltify page to donate is there as well. Go donate, guys. And we hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually seem like I actually was able to stretch this to 10 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.